You might think that's just the way life works, and we've told certain things like a year is a smaller proportion of your life as you get older, which may be the case, but I'm going to tell you that it's not always the case that life has to speed up as you get older. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how you can slow it down to make it feel like you're actually living these full, dense, rich days. And stick around, because at the end of the video I'll give you a 7-day plan on slowing down your life and getting yourself back on track. Here is what you must understand by the end of this video. Novelty is what makes time feel like it's going slower. That's why at the beginning of the school year in August, September, and October, it kind of feels like it's going on forever. And then before you know it and the holidays are over, the year zooms by you and now it's summer. This is also why it felt like you were a little kid forever, because everything was new. You had new experiences every single day in school. Everything you ever saw was new, and your brain was creating so many memories. And then things slowed down a little bit in adolescence, but you're also still creating a lot of memories. But the teenage experience starts speeding up. I mean, I'm 19 now. This is my final year of being a teenager. The first half, like 13 to 16, felt much slower than 17 to now. It's a crazy difference. That's because I stopped having new experiences. And if you're not careful, things will start exponentially speeding up as you become an adult, because nothing's new anymore. You have the same job, the same routine, you eat the same food, you got the same drive. Nothing is really new anymore. And therefore, you're not creating any new memories, and therefore, time speeds up. But we can't wait till we're older to start changing. I mean, I guess we can, but by then it's gonna be too late, and we're gonna wish we started when we were our current age. We wanna have the systems in place now so that when someone says, man, where did all the time go? You can be like, huh? Let's talk practicality now. What is something that you've never done before that you can do today that will form a new memory in your mind? If I had to think about it, I've never tried Indian food. Isn't that kind of crazy? I mean, I feel like there's such a large cuisine choice I've just never tried before. Now, if you're crazy, you've never tried sushi before. So go do that today. And you might think, bruh, how is one meal gonna change my life? And of course, it's not just about one meal. It's about doing something new every single day. And before you know it, the time actually doesn't feel like it's slipping away anymore. And it's summer now, so I'm gonna list off 15 things that you might have never done that you can do this week that will make you feel like your time is not slipping away from you. You could learn an instrument, you could take a road trip, you could start a YouTube channel, you can have a picnic, you can go camping, you can learn a new sport, watch a movie you never watched before, make s'mores over a fire, read a new book, go to a local music show, learn a new recipe, go stargazing, go thrifting, go to the beach or lake, or go to a museum. Just pick one of those and do it this week. Just get into the habit of being someone that tries new things. Try a new ice cream flavor you never tried before. Go do something you've never done before. Life is about being lived, not about being comfortable in the things that you're so used to. Moving forward, we want to consume less content. Isn't it just true that certain experiences feel like they take longer than others? That's why a 5-minute meditation session can feel so much longer than just 5 minutes of scrolling on Instagram Reels. Content consumption speeds up our perception of time. If you want to have denser, fuller days, just consume less content. It's gonna start feeling like you have too much time on your hands. It's crazy. But also, when something requires your focus, time slows down. That's why you either are in two situations. The first situation is you're watching this video and you're already like, damn, it's already been 4 minutes. Or you're like, oh, it's only been 4 minutes. One is whether you focused or not, or one is if you just had this playing in the background, you're not really paying attention. Hear my words. So why doesn't a movie feel like it just went by? It usually takes like it's taking a long time. Now, 90 minutes is a long time, but it's actually because you're focusing on the movie, and if you stop focusing, you get lost and confused. Is that the same case for TikTok or Instagram? No. So how do we focus better? And it's actually very simple. We just incorporate mindfulness into our days. And what I'm gonna ask is that every morning and every single night, it's the easiest thing you can possibly do. Just right before you get out of bed, take 10 deep breaths in, and then get up. You can actually feel yourself waking up. It's a really cool experience. And then before you go to sleep, before you let your mind drift off into dreamland, take 10 deep breaths, exhales longer than your inhales, and you'll be surprised at how quickly you can fall asleep. And meditation is our cornerstone. It's what teaches us how to focus, how to be present, how to experience life without so much attachment and anger and jealousy and sadness and all these negative emotions. And there's multiple ways we can be mindful. Meditation is one of them, but you don't have to be closing your eyes, sitting up with your back straight to meditate. I have a whole video about mindful eating, and it's something we must adopt. For years, I didn't eat a meal without YouTube playing in front of me. I used to refuse to eat unless I had YouTube playing in front of me. Isn't that fucked up? one of life's simplest, most beautiful pleasures, and we don't get to fully experience it because something else has taken our attention away. It kind of is that damn phone, and we need to put it down to experience our life more. There's a freaking party in your mouth waiting to happen if you just tap in, but we don't, and we wonder why our life has zipped by us in the blink of an eye. Speaking of senses we ignore, let's talk about our nose, our sense of smell. Quite the underrated sense in my opinion. I mean, there's a whole idiom out there. Stop and smell the roses. And this isn't just some cute phrase we say to appreciate life. It's actually a life-changing one. The next time you pass by a flower, think of it as your human duty to take a deep inhale and really experience what it feels like to even experience a sensation of smell in the first place. Let's move towards our next neglected sense, which is our sense of touch. And touch is an interesting one because our brain is very good at filtering out our sense of touch. For example, you have clothes on right now, I hope, but your brain has made you not realize you have clothes on anymore, because imagine if you always felt the sensation of having clothes on. It would be way too overwhelming. And there's another idiom for this. Touch grass. I mean, this is an internet meme, but actually touch grass. And that doesn't just mean go outside. It means touch the grass and experience what it feels like, because that is presence. You can run your fingers over your cotton shirt or silk or fleece, or touch a fluffy dog, or touch a smooth stone, or touch a tree bark and feel how rough it is. Touch something and experience that. Your senses, your taste, your smell, your sight, your hearing. And without these senses, you are nothing. I mean, this is the human experience. You can't put it to waste. Speaking of, let's move on to our ears. We've talked about music so many times on this channel, but is it something that's just background noise for you? There is a song out there that makes your heart ache, or you just love to death. And what I want you to do is tonight or tomorrow night or sometime this week, experience a song fully in your room with your eyes closed, and you're gonna hear so much that you never noticed before. A certain bass line, a guitar that's low in the mix, the vocals are gonna hit harder, the chords are gonna be more beautiful. It's gonna be a freaking spiritual experience if you let it happen. And I have the perfect song to do that, which is my band's new song, and I think you're gonna love it, and that's in the description. If you wanna use your ears during the day, go to a local park and hear the children playing, hear the birds chirping, hear a plane passing by every now and then. We're always searching for peace somewhere else, but we don't realize it's actually in the park that's just 10 minutes away from our house. And finally, we have sight. We're gonna try to look at things without judgment. Maybe you can appreciate your boyfriend or girlfriend's beautiful eyes a little more. Maybe you can look at a cute baby or a cute dog and experience what it feels like to think something is cute. It's all about experience, man. Life slows down when you experience. This is basic mindfulness. And I think if we were mindful like this every single day, we would never have a second question about a day feeling too long or too short, or like the years are just passing us by, because every single day would be beautiful. And the final suggestion I have for you is to pick up journaling. Journaling is something that's going to improve your mental health and slow down time. Days are normally a blur, but when we journal, we're forced to recount and replay our days from top to bottom and acknowledge how certain things make us feel. And because of this, you're going to notice and create memories of some things that you would normally forget. It's like when you have a dream, and if you write it down as soon as you wake up, you can look back at that dream 3 months later and remember exactly how you felt. But if you don't write it down, 3 minutes later, it's like the dream never happened. It's the same thing. We have so many memories every single day that are actually pretty nice that we want to look back and remember. But if we don't write it down, we're very easily going to forget. And then the journal actually becomes a time capsule, because you look back and realize that you actually had very fulfilling and dense days. The more you write down about your day, your brain is going to register as little memories, and your life is going to feel like it's more dense and full. With that being said, I want to leave you with a 7-day practice you can do this week, starting tomorrow, to really experience this slowed down perception of time. On day 1, so tomorrow, I want you to break your morning routine. You might think, well, I don't have a morning routine. Shouldn't I start that first? But you do. Everyone has a morning routine, just might not be an Ashton Hall morning routine. If you wake up and you lay in bed for 2 hours with the lights off on social media, that's your morning routine. I just want you to break that. Go outside, get sunlight in your eyes, practice your senses, be mindful, get your body moving, and your day is going to be off to a great start. It's going to set you up for the rest of your day. And on day 2, I want you to experience something new for the first time. Like I said, for me, this was Indian food, but it doesn't have to be food related. I gave you a list of 15 things. I want you to choose one thing from that list and do it on day 2. Bring a friend, make it a really fun event that you're going to look back and be like, that might have actually been the peak of my summer. On day 3, I specifically want you to go to a swimming pool or a beach, because I want you to be off your phone for around 2 or 3 hours. You really don't realize how beautiful life is until you put your screens down and experience life fully. And the swimming pool or the beach is the perfect place for this, because you don't bring your phone in the pool, you don't bring your phone in the ocean. And I've talked before about the benefits of swimming for anxiety because of how quiet and peaceful it is. Really experience that. And one of the best memories I've had in my entire life involved me and some friends at a swimming pool during the summer, watching the sunset, eating good food, listening to good music, making new friends, and just being alive. And I want that for you. I want that for everyone. It's probably the most beautiful thing I could experience. You deserve that. And you experience that by putting your phone down. On day 4, I want you to start your journaling practice and write about how this week has gone so far and how you feel a little bit better. Also, just write about your day fully from top to bottom with as many details as you can remember. Try to fill out a whole page of journaling today. On day 5, go out of your comfort zone by talking to a stranger. You might make a new friend, but also you might have never done that before. Or it might have been months or years since you've done that before. Worst case scenario, they just don't want to talk to you, but actually try to strike up a conversation with a stranger on day 5. And then write about it in your journal. On day 6, use all of your senses once. Try to point out every color of the rainbow, touch grass, smell good food, taste good food, and I keep forgetting one. Listen. There it is. Listen to the birds and listen to music. And on day 7, it's time to reflect on your whole week. Didn't time feel slower? Didn't life feel more full and better? This is how humans are supposed to live. This is how you're supposed to feel all the time. And this is how I feel pretty much all the time. And it's a beautiful feeling, and I want you to experience that too. You might feel like you're alone in this, but there are hundreds of people that also are like this and trying to build this kind of life. And I want you to meet them. They're in the description. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Seriously. Peace.